Let's light the room a little bit. But, Sierra, Ariana, AJ, and Sam, you guys want to come up?
Hi everyone. As you guys know, we're the grandchildren of our belated G-Dad. We're here to tell some funny stories about us and G-Dad over the years. So first I want to start off by explaining where the name G-Dad came from. I remember when we were little, AJ and Sam could never pronounce granddad, and so they kind of shortened it to G-Dad, and we just kind of followed along, so he was known to us as G-Dad. Or G-Man. And so one of the first things that came to mind when we were like reminiscing on G-Dad was the look he gave us whenever he was eating something really good. He would give you a thumb, he'd be like, that was the look that he gave everyone. You knew that something tasted good. Okay. The next one we have is the bean song. G-Dad loved his beans, and every time that there were beans mixed in with the meal, he would sing us this song, which goes, beans, beans, the musical root, the glory, the glory,
the better you feel, so eat your beans with every meal.
He had some good little offspring to that one too. Beans are good for your heart, beans to fart. G-Dad always the same. He used the same like exclamation whenever there was something that he needed to explain, which was holy mackerel. And anytime there was anything, he would always say holy mackerel. If you couldn't find G-Dad, you knew there was only one place that he could be, which was in his chair. And in his chair on the bottom floor of Grandma and Grandma's house, and his chair on the top floor by the TV. So there are two places you can find him there, and then any house that we rented over the years, at like Lake Norman or anywhere else, he would find a chair by the TV, and he would pretty much sit there for the entirety of the trip. And everyone would just gather around G-Dad by his chair, and we would watch whatever G-Dad was watching. And we were just in Lake Norman with him, and he was watching Anyone But You, which is like a rom-com, but not something you would think that Gina would be watching. But he sat and watched the whole thing. He really liked it. And then the last thing that I'm sure all of you guys have experienced from your years of knowing G-Dad would be anytime the phone rang. He would not go get it. He would yell, "Beth, the phone's ringing!" And he would keep yelling for Grandma's name, and Grandma would go, "Jack, I know, I'm going to get it." Yes, G-Dad would never answer the phone. Just ask him else to answer.
You got it, baby.
Something, oh God. Something that I always remember that. Oh, sorry.
You're good, baby.
Take your time.
Okay. Something that I always remember that my dude and I shared was our love for croquetas. As you all know, he loves croquetas, and our Caragol reunion, not this past one, but like a while ago, he and I would just get like plates of croquetas, and we would just house them, and no one else would have them. So it was just us, and we would be like, these are so good. I don't know what everyone else is saying, but these are delicious.
Did he give you the look?
And the night that like I got the call that he passed, I was actually on a trip in Spain, and that dinner that that night there were croquetas, and so it was a nice reminder for me that he's always there, like, you know, he's always in the memories, and yeah. So that was very, very special to us. And another thing was that he loved to fish, and he shared that especially with me and Ariana, and so I remember when we were really, really little, he took us to this fishing tournament in North Carolina, and he like taught us how to put the worm on the hook and how to like throw it in and how to reel back, and it was great, and it was just such a nice moment, and you could tell like he just loved teaching us how, like, you know, something that he enjoyed doing. And like both my dad and Titi said, like he was so patient, and he was like just so proud of us when we did it, and like we got this medal. He was so proud of us, and that was just really, really nice. And something that I remembered is that every year at Lake Norman, we would go to this lake in North Carolina, as a lot of you know, and we would fish there too, and it was like our special time with G-Dad, and that was really nice. Like it was just like us four and G-Dad, and we would just sit out on the dock and just fish, and it was just really, really great. And something that I still remember to this day, even though it was only said like one time by him, but it was just the funniest joke. And one time when he was visiting us out in California, we were having dinner and there were artichokes, and at that time I loved artichokes. I was like, Gina, they were so good, you have to try an artichoke. And he was like, what is that? And I was like, artichoke, don't you know? And he was like, I don't eat those. Like, one time I heard about this guy named Artie, and he died. And you know what he died of? He choked on an artichoke. And that is why they are called artichokes. It was so funny. And it will forever go, but I still remember that. And it was another one of his silly excuses to not eat greens, of course. But yeah. And then something that all four of us remember, like throughout our childhood, was, I mean, as we all know, Jed had a little belly. You know, he was a little large, and it was like this, and he would like love when we would just punch it and kick it, and he would sit us on he would pick us up when we were super little, and let us stand on his stomach while we jumped on it. And I would always be like, Chad, how does that not hurt you? And he's like, I don't know, like, I just got rocks in there. And even though, you know, he lost his big belly in his later years, but the way that I remember him will always be like that. Just him letting us, like, jump on it. So, yeah.
Mom and dad are
You're like serving people vegetables. You try to put it on his plate. Push your hand away. One thing that he did like was scared me. Because him and Grandma took us here every single time we visited. And he did a small chocolate shake, even though he said he had too much sugar that day. And he loved to watch Judge. Yeah, we'd laugh at it. We thought it was like a really good show. Watched it with him. And he'd like point things out that we thought were really funny. And he also ate weird food combos that we all thought were disgusting. Like applesauce on chicken. And ketchup with rice.
No.
So another one that you guys probably all experienced was when you say hi to G-Dad, you'd say, it's good to see you, G-Dad or Jack. He'd be like, it's good to be seen. So every time you say that to him, you'd always say that, so funny memory of him. Another one, we know he loved his television, so, and you know he used to wear those headphones, and every time you walk by him, he'd be wearing those headphones. And you would walk by like 10 feet away, and you could hear the volume on the headphones. On max volume or something. So, always remember walking by, listening to the show from the headphones. That's interesting. Another look, like Ariana was saying, he liked his facial expressions, but another look he'd do was when he'd try to emphasize something to you, he'd raise his shoulder, because his shoulder was bad, and he'd point at you and be like, I'm telling you, this is true. It's always funny, always seeing him doing all that. Obviously, his eating habits were something, so every time you go out with him, every time you have dinner with him, it was always guaranteed that you would find a little spot on his shirt. You couldn't go one dinner without leaving a spot on his shirt. So I always remember his messy eating. Funny stuff. And yeah.
And I mean, yeah, that's just like sort of what we, like how we like see our G-Dad. And then
Yeah, just adding on to that, thank you guys, all of you guys for coming out. I know a bunch of people have traveled very far, and we really do appreciate that. It means a lot to him, it means a lot to us as well. So please have a great day, great night, and thank you very much for coming.